I'm Carla Nichols. I'm the ICT manager with Borders College down at Scottish Borders campus in Galashiels. Part of my role is to look after and maintain the joint services for the college and for the Heriot Walk presence down on this campus. A number of years ago, when we were looking at the network and creating network logins, we had to wait for students to be enrolled, and then we were given details of who was on what course, and we manually then had to go away and create logins, email accounts, and we found this to be very time consuming and very inefficient. So we had decided that we were going to try and streamline this, and in the process of doing that we've actually tightened up some of the securities. Initially, when we were looking at it, we really had two main players. One was our student records package, which recorded the students when they enrolled and what courses they were on. And the other one was our, at the time, e-directory. And it was a replication of information. So what we wanted to do was to try and cut down the duplication. And we identified we needed another piece of software, which was NetWare's DirectXML. So between those three applications, we were then able to create the start of our project. We have now moved away from Novell. So because we're moving from NetWare on to Windows, so in essence going from eDirectory to Active Directory, and at the same time we were looking to put the students out into the cloud onto Office 365, which took away the need for us creating their email account, we introduced FIM. So we now use our Uni-E package for logging all the student information. We export the information out of there into FIM, which then populates our Active Directory, creating the login, creating the home areas. It goes out into the cloud and creates their email accounts. We then log our Active Directory to our Uniflow, which is our printing software, and it allocates a budget, and it also links our student information to the staff exchange and creates all the what was distribution lists for the students, so we can still email students per course or as individuals. So all of that is now done using Uni-E, FIM and Active Directory. FIM is the Microsoft Federation Identity Manager. I don't know if that's actually the right terminology, but you know what I mean. And by incorporating that and putting that in the middle, now we can actually program it to go away and start creating whatever it is we want it to do, but we use it to create the logins and the home areas and just streamline the whole process, which means staff no longer have to think about many students you've got, where they are, what course they're on. It does it automatically for us, and it runs the full process every night. So every night we capture any new enrolments that happen through the day. If somebody leaves, withdrawn, no longer on student records, it also marks their account on AD is inactive. It disables it. Because we have the university with all their logins as well, we again manually had to do that up until recently. This year we've introduced them to FIM, and we get a file automatically from them and their system every night, which we save down into our FIM server, and FIM picks up their requirements and again creates all their logins, which again links into our printing software, which then allocates their budgets. The comments from staff and students at how quick they were able to get their logins and everything being there for them, whereas previously we had to wait for enrolments and then notification, and they had maybe coming in a week later before they actually got their logins, whereas now literally they're enrolling one day and they have their logins the next. and their email accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all consistent and it all links into everything that they need to do. It's all there within 24 hours. Staff perspective, obviously we've had to learn how to use FIM and where it goes. It's been nicely we now no longer have to worry about logins or email accounts. It just happens. So that has freed up staff to be able to go and do other projects or take on other work, rather than sitting for about a month creating logins. What we're looking at is we have separate logins to do for exams. We're now working with the Student Records Department to actually identify what's there and whether we can do something along those lines. We're looking at Moodle and Mahara, and again we've semi-automated that by creating a list, and they've manually got to pick it up and populate the applications. We're looking to see if we can link that directly into our Active Directory. And then the next part is to look at HR and linking in the staff, because at the moment we still create staff logins. It's all working with us now well with students, so the next stage is to look again at the staff.